Hey Third Eye Tribe, and welcome back to Third Eye Tarot. So in today's video we'll be talking about another one of the minor arcana cards in the deck of the tarot, and we'll be diving into the Knight of Wands. So the minor arcana cards in the tarot predict the daily events and quests in a person's life. These cards are called minor but don't necessarily mean that they don't have a big significance or are less important than the major arcana cards. So the minor arcana are divided into 4 sections, which include the suit of wands, the suit of cups, the suit of pentacles, and the suit of swords. So each section contains 14 cards with a very unique meaning, and analyze and show how in-depth a particular situation is at the present time. It helps us to think rationally and work towards achieving our goals that come up in day-to-day life, and predict temporary situations and the current flow of our energies. So when the Knight of Wands card appears in a tarot card reading, it represents change. This change can be in the form of accepting, learning, or traveling. It signifies the change of a home, a beginning of a new relationship, or even being on the verge to take action in a new direction. It also represents an individual who is very honest and straightforward. So in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, the Knight of Wands card depicts a knight who is sitting on a horse fully dressed in his armor. He has salamanders as decoration on his yellow robe, which signifies the element of fire. The wand in his right hand shows that he is very enthusiastic and full of energy towards his new mission. The front legs of the horse are in the air, depicting to us that he is ready to take this leap of action. The background of the card is very similar to the Page of Wands card and shows a very barren land with dry mountains in the distance. So when the Knight of Wands card appears in a tarot card reading, it represents someone who is ready to pursue his dreams. In comparison to the page that appeared before the Knight, this person is now much more charged up and ready to make things happen. He does not fear any obstacles in his path and is very bold and courageous in his endeavors. He shows a lot of confidence, has a helpful nature, and also possesses the zeal to tackle anything that might come his way. But unfortunately, it is also the sort of swollen confidence that can make a person take actions without even thinking, and this might lead to a lack of planning and analyzing the move correctly. So when this card appears here, it's also a reminder to simmer down the adrenaline rush and to tone down your enthusiasm to avoid any further challenges. This card can also represent the entry of all sorts of changes in life, so it asks you to buckle up and make sure you're prepared for what lies ahead of you. So when this card is pulled in the upright position for a love-related reading, it signifies a time in which you should be very excited about your new relationship, as you and your partner have a very good understanding of each other, the choices you make, and the behavior that you express to one another. It symbolizes a time in which you will spend quality time together, and that all the efforts that you both put in from each other's side is one that makes the relationship something more stable and safe for both of you. It can also symbolize that there's high chances of traveling, as there is a horse pictured here, or perhaps you'll even make a move and settle in a new home together. For those who are single, this card appearing here can suggest that you are likely to meet someone who matches your qualities. You will be feeling very confident and self-dependent, and this will actually make you more attractive and desirable to this new person. For those who are traveling, particularly on the work front, this card appearing here can actually symbolize that you can meet a potential partner during this time. If this card appears in the upright position for a career-related reading, it can symbolize a time in which you are either switching a job or planning to start your own business. It shows that you are ready to take up any kind of work challenge and have the strength to achieve your goals. For those who are on the lookout for a new job, something interesting might be coming your way very soon, and perhaps there'll be a lot of travel involved in it. This card does symbolize a time in which you are very excited and optimistic about your professional pursuits, but make sure that you've done all the research and also analyzed all the negative aspects before you decide to charge ahead or take that leap into the unknown. So when this card is pulled in the upright position for a health-related reading, it does symbolize a time in which you are currently in great health, but it appears here to serve as a reminder to not rush into any extreme physical activity or to overexert yourself, for in doing so you might experience an unexpected injury. So now I want to talk a little bit more about the Knight of Wands card in the reverse position during a tarot card reading. So when the Knight of Wands card appears in the reverse position during a tarot card reading, it indicates that you are not likely in the position that you originally hoped for. Perhaps a project that you've undertaken is moving very slowly, or you've suffered some setbacks or delays that you weren't expecting. You might feel low in self-confidence, less enthusiastic, or very low energetically to make things work. Or for others, it can symbolize a time in which you are overly confident, too proud, and coming across very arrogant. This card can also show unexpected or unwanted cancellations, so perhaps a travel flight is cancelled, or you experience some sort of delays where you have to change a flight time or perhaps rebook altogether. So if this card appears in the reverse position for a love-related reading, it can symbolize the entry of someone new into your sphere. Perhaps it can be on the work front or the personal front in your social life, and this can sort of throw you off balance because you might actually be developing some sort of feelings towards this person. And therefore it might be a testing time for you in your relationship with your partner. For those who are single, it can symbolize a time in which you are in an active lookout for a partner, but this card appearing here also asks you to open up and make sure you communicate properly to get the clarity you need and then decide whether this partnership is one you want to actively pursue or not. If this card is pulled in the reverse position for a career-related reading, it can show a time in which you are not really very focused on your career. You may be hopping from one job to another and not very focused on exactly what you would like to achieve and where you want to go in terms of your career development. For others, it can symbolize a time in which perhaps you've taken some steps to establish your own business venture and you may be feeling very disheartened, for it may not be going the way you imagined, or perhaps it might have failed completely. If this card is pulled in the reverse position for a health-related reading, it can show a time in which you are pressuring yourself way too much and indicate that you have jumped into a new activity in haste and might actually be suffering because you're overdoing it or overworking your body. And so that was all I have to say about the Knight of Wands tarot card. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you found the video very interesting and informative. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with some of your friends in the tarot community. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care and bye for now.